guys, Marty Schwartz here with Marty Music, and I'm hanging out with an amazing blues, rock and roll artist. Her name is Samantha Fish, and I'm so excited to have her here right now. Hey, Samantha.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Good.
Okay, so Samantha Fish, it's so awesome to have you, and let's talk about your brand new album. Want to make sure everyone is aware of it.
Yeah.
And they listen to it, and then also see you on tour. So let's talk about the new album. It's called Paper Doll.
Yeah.
Just came out.
In
April.
Yes. I mean, the whole process of making that record was kind of different for me because usually, you'd block out some time to go and make an album, weeks, months, whatever you're working with. But we were so booked up last year. We had a crazy summer, crazy fall. Just the year was gone. So we were literally recording on days off between, shows. And so my touring band, the first time they've been on a record with me, and I think that in just having that environment, going straight from the stage into the studio just created this organic space for us to kind of, I don't know, I just feel like it sounds really almost live,
Nice.
So it's just the process was a little bit different, but I got to work with Bobby Harlow again, my producer who produced a record for me in 2016, 2017 called Chills and Fever. Nice. So it was really nice to reunite with him. We had Mick Collins guest on the record on a song for Rusty Razor, so it tied it into some, garage rock Detroit
Love
vibes,
Love that.
I feel like it's diverse. The songs are diverse, but they fit together as a collective. I'm just really proud.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoyed listening to it. Do you go into the studio and kind of make those songs in that time frame, or are you constantly writing over in between albums? Or you just kind of songs come to you sometimes and you...
It's a process, man. I mean, I feel like once we finish an album, I go through this cathartic, okay, thank God it's done. Because it's so stressful.
Yeah.
Going in there and creating that and all the pressure behind it. And I need to get out of this habit of going, okay, I'm going to relax, because then you don't write a song for 6 months, and it's and then getting that back after you atrophy is sort of difficult. So I try to, sometimes co-writing sessions are really helpful for me because it just kind of forces me back into this groove of okay, you're going to be creative, you're going to write, you got to open these channels back up. But yeah, I mean, I try to write as much as I can, but I still go through this lack of self-discipline thing where I take a break for a second and then I, put my foot back on the gas.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So you started playing when you were 13. When did you first do a performance or on guitar and sing and all that?
Well, okay, I started on drums when I was 13. I started guitar a couple years after, just learning chords, learning, how to sing and play at the same time. I think the drums helped with that a lot.
Yeah.
Just kind of having that.
For sure.
Kind of a,
there's
timing.
There's quite a few rock stars that started on drums.
Yeah. Anybody I ever talk to, I'm start on the drums. I think everybody should take drum lessons.
Yeah, it also seems to be, you can... play, it's easier to play, I'm not saying it's easier to play drums than guitar, but for a little kid,
it's so physical.
You can just start bashing.
Well, that's why I was attracted to it, because of the, the physicality of playing the drums. It's it looks so cool. And then you actually, then I started drum lessons and I realized, there's math involved. This is actually really hard. I don't just get to go and play a song.
Right.
I just wanted to go play AC/DC songs in this place. And I had this wonderful, drum instructor who was a jazz guy, and he's no, you're gonna learn. And
he made you hold
syncopation.
He made you hold the stick
He didn't make me do that. He was you can, but you're not going to, because you're bringing AC/DC songs in here, and I just so just hold them like this.
He cut you some slack.
I was Arnie Young, and he hooked me up for a couple of years, and then
honestly, is there anything better than just simply?
No.
Right? I mean, it's
that's why they've sold millions and millions and millions
of
records.
And when you talk about, even having to learn different drums.
Part of the reason I have an SG.
I love it.
Truthfully. Live at Donington changed my world. And it was such a silly, they had the big blow up Rosie on stage, but the crowd was just massive as a sea of people, They have
a lot of magic, but one of the magic things is the space where there's nothing happening.
Yep.
That part. Mm-hmm. Not that. That's the contrast, right?
Yep.
I mean, they do that so much.
Yeah. Leave the space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that guitar have any meaning to you?
Yeah. I mean, I bought this guitar right before I did Chills and Fever. because I had these beautiful custom guitars from a company called Delaney.
Yep, I've heard of them.
Yeah, it was like a wood grain Telecaster, and it had like a little fish cutaway for like a thin line style.
And your name, I get it.
Yeah, yeah. And it was really cool. It sounded great. But I just kind of was like revamping my style, my whole aesthetic. And I wanted something like, I know this sounds so superficial, but I wanted something solid colored because I felt like, I don't know, it would send a different, people listen with their eyes too, right? I don't know. I just always wanted an SG. I love Angus Young. I love Derek Trucks. I love Sister Rosetta Tharpe. And so I ordered this and literally pulled it out of the box, and it like played perfectly. I played it at the gig that night. We just like, the neck is super thin in a way that like it just fit me really, really well. Yeah. So
they're light too, which I love.
I keep busting it, and I'm taking it to my guitar guy in New Orleans because I got a broken neck back here. And he's like, it'd just be probably cheaper and easier if you just go get another one. I'm like, no, I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it. I can save it.
But it's got a lot of, the mileage helps the guitar. It's got songs that have been played on it.
Exactly. It's got
gigs,
a little.
And it's been, was it at the Crossroads Festival?
Yeah.
So that enough is for you to keep it.
It's my guitar, and I've only had it since 2015, so it's not old enough. Like, people are like, just retired. I'm like, it's not that old.
No, it's such a cool guitar, the SG.
Like a sweet silhouette of a summer day, am I what you want? Pistol whip the candy off a cliche, a broken-hearted debutante. Don't fool me to your figment, dressed up and down. You like to use your scissors, don't cut me out. You pin me up to tear me down, I'm not your paper doll. Come on now, it's by design. You change your mind till I'm nothing at all. Like a see-through smile stamped on my face, you see what you want. Molded to a mirror of your distaste for broken heart of blondes. You wanted two dimensions, sturdy and devout. You like to use your scissors, don't cut me out. You pin me up to tear me down, not your paper doll, yeah. It's by design, you change your mind till I'm nothing at all. Well, all about how you look, not how you living. You think that it's me, but it isn't. No. Perfection's not what you're missing, but you just can't stop cutting and clipping. No. Well, all right, we break it down. You pin me up to tear me down. I'm not your paper doll. It's by design, yeah, change your mind till I'm nothing at all. Go on, rip me up, come on, dress me down, pin me to your wall. You lift me up to throw me down, not your paper doll. Now, go on, rip me up to tear me down, not your paper doll. It's by design, you change your mind till I'm picked up guitar at 15. I started singing at the same time, and it was just kind of like chords, acoustic guitar, like figuring out how to.
Any Sheryl Crow in the mix?
Of course, if it makes you happy. It was probably one of the first songs I picked up on acoustic guitar, and my first concert was Sheryl Crow when I was 13.
Awesome.
And I didn't like
that tracks though.
Yeah, but I remember my dad saying, "We're gonna go to a concert," and I'm like, we're gonna go watch someone play music? Why would we watch? It didn't compute because I was like a dumb kid, and I was like, I could just listen to the CD and and then I went to her show, and it was like, wow.
That's like kind of the perfect, inspiring thing. Your first concert, and it was a very strong female artist. It was rock and roll.
Yeah, no,
songwriter.
she was like a rock star up there.
Yeah.
She was wearing this like white jumpsuit, and she was running around the stage, jumped on the piano, she was singing Led Zeppelin songs. I mean, it was pretty sick.
So did that change your perspective after that?
Just on especially on the live music aspect of it, because until you go and experience that, you don't really know how affecting that is. I started playing lead around 18, I think, 18 or 19. I had a couple, I'm dating myself, DVDs, Stevie Ray Vaughan's ACL, and then I had AC/DC Live at Donington. I had a Freddie King one where I don't know what it was, but it was something from Texas in the 70s, and they had a mirror behind the drummer, and like I just loved that. I was like, I want to do that.
For you, drums are in the back, and you transition to being up front.
I was really shy, honestly. Like I was a very shy adolescent, I guess. I think I started in the back because I thought maybe that would help with the shyness. I never thought of myself as if like my 12-year-old, 10-year-old self could see me in front of a band, would probably like, that's wild. Because I cried giving book reports in front of my classroom, you know? I was just super shy. So I think the drums, I felt like I'd be able to be a part, get to do this fun musical thing, but not have to be out there.
Right.
But then I just eventually, floated to the front, here we go. And honestly, I guess it's what I needed to, find my voice and my confidence and find my sense of self. It like kind of helped me get rooted in like who I am as a person, all the way, really. Like,
I mean, hope so, because
yeah, it is now.
Because how many albums have you done?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah,
I don't know, like 10, something.
So you've
like
got your, at least 10th album out right now.
Yeah.
Paper Doll.
Yeah.
Do you do power trio stuff?
I have. Yeah, I mean, it was, I started as a power trio.
Yeah.
And it forced me to be a better guitar player because I did not belong in a power trio when I started it. But by the end of it, I felt like I could actually respectably hold it down. But
totally different beast too, because
Yeah.
you got to fill up a lot of space.
I started doing it again right after the pandemic because we were, everybody was trying to keep everything kind of small. And I went out with a local band, like people, like we were trying to keep everything really tight,
I get it.
Doing outdoor mass shows and all that. And so we kept the band really small. And it was my first time playing in a trio since, I don't know, it's been like 5 years, maybe more. That was a little harrowing, like to get back into that after having a horn section and keys and having a fiddle player in the band. Like I had a 7-piece.
Yeah, because you can do the like no guitar at all Bruce Springsteen
Oh
thing.
God, I got so used to
Let me
it.
take over solo now. Woo, and then it's like,
It was really hard to adjust to having a big band and then subsequently losing it, going like, oh my God, I had to keep working. Yeah, like just working the whole time. But I don't know, it makes you better to do that kind of stuff. Switch the lineup up. I'm in a 4-piece now, but I do love the power trio.
So is the 4-piece keys then?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
I love a guitar solo over Hammond organ.
Sounds so good.
They're
meant for each other.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Chocolate and peanut butter.
Yeah.
All right, I've got Samantha Fish, and I ask everyone that comes in here, is there a song or like a riff that you wish you had written?
I just keep coming back to rock and roll because it's where, that's where my heart is and where I started. I'm a big Tom Petty fan. I like all of his songs really, but I guess American Girl. That's an iconic riff. It's an iconic song. It makes me feel good when I hear it. So I wish I'd written it.
She couldn't help thinking that there was a little more
Petty, legend, legendary, iconic, more hit songs than a lot of other people that are considered legends above him.
Just a hit maker.
Hit maker, right? And tons of accolades. Every musician loves him.
Yeah.
Every musician loves Mike Campbell, and he is underrated. But even with all of that said, Tom Petty is still underrated.
I'd say so. Yeah. I mean, people don't know the level of like, even in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, he was making timeless records that felt like they could have been recorded in the 70s and everything he's done. I mean, he's definitely evolved as an artist, but he just writes timeless song after song.
Yeah, Wildflowers.
And songs that speak to thousands of people simultaneously for 1,000 different reasons. That's just good songwriting, I
know. So Samantha Fish, I've got you here, and I ask everyone this. What was one of the first riffs you remember learning?
It's tough, but I think, I was a big rock and roll fan. I still am. But Black Sabbath, War Pigs.
Oh, how's that one go?
How does it go? Oh, I'm glad you asked. All right. Are we going to do it together?
You go for it.
But it's like a... There you go. Politicians hide themselves away. They only started the war. Why should they go out to fight? They leave that role to the poor. Yeah.
Once again, want to thank Samantha Fish for coming in here. We jammed, we played, we talked. She's got a new album, Paper Doll. She's touring. She's got so many cool things going on, tons of other albums as well. So we'll have links below for you to check all of that out. Go out and support her, see her live, stream her music, buy her vinyl, buy her merch. And thanks again, Samantha.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll see you guys later.
Bye.